Good morning and happy first day of SeaWorld's first ever Howl-O-Scream. That's right, this year SeaWorld is bringing the best of the best for Halloween straight to you with their own version of Howloscream. And I can't believe that it's for the first time ever and I'm actually going to be able to experience the first night ever. Like, it is absolutely blowing my mind. It is mind-boggling, and I can't wait to see their version of Howloscream. Like, rumor has it that there's gonna be like haunted mermaids and all types of spooky ghouls and goblins tonight, and they have their own version of scare zones and haunted houses, and even all types of exclusive Halloween food. And I can't wait to especially get my hands on their Halloween adult drinks. Like, I'm thinking in my mind what tonight is gonna consist of, and I can't even wrap my head around it. But I'm going to actually keep y'all updated with what SeaWorld is doing for Howloscream this year. Like I said, tonight is the very first night, so I'm expecting a jam-packed park. Like, this might potentially be the busiest I've ever seen SeaWorld. And like, in my head, if I was everyone, SeaWorld would already be sold out by now. But I don't think it's gonna be like that busy though. And because of like coronavirus is going on and everything, we're gonna see how they're gonna be handling that, how they're gonna be social distancing, how they're gonna be doing the whole mask mandate thing. I don't really think they're gonna be enforcing it all of too much. And I wanna see what they're gonna end up doing whenever it comes to the haunted houses. Whether they're gonna be doing some type of plexiglass, or making sure their scare actors stay at least 6 feet away from you, or if they're gonna like not care at all and the scare actors are gonna be like able to like just jump in and go all in. Like, I am so freaking excited to see what SeaWorld is gonna end up doing about that. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep y'all updated and posted throughout the night. And here goes nothing. There it is, the main entrance to SeaWorld. Driving up to the ticket entrance to go ahead and check in. I'm the only one coming in inside at the moment. I was expecting it to be a little busier than this, but we'll see how busy it is once we get inside of the park. All right, just made it inside the actual park. And would you believe it or not, today's actually a good day to be in the park. Sun's out, nice little breeze in the air, and actually there's not really many people here. We're gonna see if the crowds really pick up tonight or not. I'm gonna scope out the whole like Howloscream during the day at SeaWorld first. And then we're gonna see what the most busiest parts of Howloscream are gonna end up being. And if you look behind me, there's even SeaWorld's signature lighthouse.
All of our guests.
Let's get it. All right. So I'm entering the first indoor area, and I'm coming to find out that face coverings are recommended, but not required. And when coming inside, we're gonna find the first little bit of the Halloween merchandise. You're gonna have these cute little trick-or-treat buckets, and then they got some cute little nice light up lanyards just for Howloscream. Loving it. They also have these cute little acorn or candy corn, cute little candy corn necklaces. Absolutely digging those as well. And then they also have some exclusive Howloscream blankets. Now, you're not seeing much now, but I'm hoping to see more of the merchandise as Howloscream rolls out tonight. So as I'm walking around SeaWorld, I can't help but feel like this is a ghost town. This is like way less busier than I actually imagined it to be. Every now and then I'll walk like past a person or two. Like I was saying, all the rides right now are actually walk on waits. Like, you're not even having to actually wait for anything. And I can't wait to see how busy it gets during Howloscream tonight. So fun fact, the beer fest is actually going on right now. So if you want a day drink while you wait to go to Howl-O-Scream tonight, that's actually possible. And personally, I would recommend doing that. If you really want to go out, you can hit up every single beer stand. Like, what better way to pre-game for Howl-O-Scream? All right, we're coming up on the actual ticket check-in center for Howl-O-Scream. This is where you're going to be able to get your tickets, get your wristband, get all the exclusive stuff for tonight's events. Here in a second, I'm going to be talking more about this little pamphlet she gave me. I'm going to see what all is inside of it. And I'm really, really looking forward to tonight. Okay, so let's take a second to break down Orlando's newest Halloween event and see what all Howl-O-Scream at SeaWorld is all about. So the first thing that we're looking at is Frontline Fear, where they are suggesting that you can just like skip by the lines and just basically walk in the houses. I'm not gonna really be about that tonight. I'm going to play my luck and see how bad the actual wait times are. I'm crossing my fingers that I'm still gonna be able to hit up all the houses. It would really suck to not be able to hit up all the houses on the first night. So we'll see where that goes. Next, for shows, they do have 2 shows for their first year. First show we're looking at is gonna be Monster Stomp, where you can prepare yourself for a darkly entertaining, pulse-pounding musical performance starring the one and only Jack the Ripper. And it's going to be located over by the Nautical Theater. And later on, we're going to be checking for the show times. Right now, though, we're caring more about the pamphlet itself, though. So the other show is going to be the Siren Song. And the Siren Song is going to be like sirens, but telling their story, and they're going to feast on your fears. So you don't want to miss a moment of this mesmerizing outdoor performance. And once again, we're going to be checking on the view times later. Right now, though, back to the pamphlet. Food and beverages. You're going to be looking at Waterway Grill and Altitude Burgers. I can't wait to check out both of those places later on tonight. Specialty bars will also include the Siren's Last Call, Tormented, Poison Grotto, and Longshoreman Tavern, the bar at the Shark's Grill. I'm low-key hype for Halloween exclusive bars, and these have full potential to be like some of the highlights of Howl-O-Scream at SeaWorld. Next, we are going to be looking at the gift shops and photos, and the 2 main focuses of that is going to be the Shop of Horrors. And where this is actually going to be located is near the event entrance. So as soon as you go into Howl-O-Scream itself, you're actually going to be able to see the Shop of Horrors. We'll be touring that later on. And then the other store itself is going to be the Howloscream exclusive store. And this is actually located at the exit of Beneath the Ice Haunted House. So as soon as you come out of Beneath the Ice Haunted House, you'll be able to find the Howl-O-Scream store itself. So speaking of haunted houses, let's jump to the list. The first house on the list is going to be Water's Edge Inn. Now, Water's Edge Inn, the review didn't say anything about crumbling hallways and decaying rooms crawling with restless souls, but maybe the stories about the sea-crazed owner and his search for the signs were true. Nervous about checking in? Don't worry, the staff will be right with you everywhere you turn. So this has some full potential to be a really, really good haunted house. Can't wait to check it out tonight. But next we're going to be looking at Beneath the Ice. Now remember, this is going to be where the exclusive Howl-O-Scream store is. And it's going to be all about above the Arctic Circle, a research facility vanished under the snow. Something compelled you to join the rescue party, but doubt has crept in. That shiver you feel isn't just from the cold, and these chambers aren't just frozen tombs. They are pulsing with unspeakable horrors. So I can't wait to see what literally crawls out from beneath the ice tonight. Jumping on to the third haunted house is going to be the Captain's Revenge. Now, this is all about a terrifying force that has possessed the captain's vessel. Still, you descend into this dank underbelly in search of the captain who swore revenge on you. Yes, personally, you. What grisly horror lurks around the next dimly lit corner? Well, it's better to find a way out before the ill-fated crew finds permanent quarters for you. And that leads us to the fourth and final haunted house, which is going to be Dead Vines. Something is stirring in the trees. A shiver runs down your spine. Is this jungle alive or undead? There's an evil force at work here, a merciless mistress with an all-consuming appetite for visitors like you. You need to keep moving unless you want to end up dead on the vines. All right, so that is the 4 haunted houses for Howl-O-Scream at SeaWorld. There is one last thing I want to cover real quick, and that is also going to be the 4 scare zones. And no place is safe with 4 scare zones and roaming haunts throughout the whole park. So not only are the roaming haunts going to be in the 4 scare zones, but they're literally going to be throughout the whole park. So we're going to be seeing how many scare actors are actually here tonight. But let's start talking about the first scare zone, which is going to be Frozen Terror. Now, this is the research facility hasn't contained all the frozen horrors. This Arctic wasteland is swarming with icy subhuman walkers. They may have pickaxes and shovels, but they're not here to dig for survivors. They're here for you. So this has potential to be a really, really good scare zone. Moving on to Deadly Ambush. This will bring us back to the year 1961. So this is actually based like a really, really long time ago. I'm talking like 60 years ago, boys. This is gonna be a blast from the past. And you've wandered into a quaint campground, nestled in nature. But what's happened to the campers? Okay, so this is like a haunted campground. I'm digging it. Creatures are emerging from the darkness. There's nowhere to hide and no park ranger to rescue you. So I can't wait to see what type of creatures are going to be attacking you at this haunted campground. Next brings us to Witchcraft Bayou. The cult is growing and the lure is powerful. Voodoo and witchcraft aren't real, right? Tell that to the zealous worshippers trying to shackle you with their spells. They won't rest until your soul belongs to her too. So this will bring us down to the bayou, and it's like, it's all going to be about witchcraft, but like SeaWorld style. And that brings us to the very last scare zone, the Sea of Ghouls. So those marauding pirates were too arrogant to see their shipwreck coming. Now their souls are doomed to wander the gruesome aftermath. The restless, angrily seeking revenge on all who escaped their ghostly fate. So in this case, it's going to be talking about you. So tonight is going to be full of scare zones, haunted houses, shows, and all types of other shenanigans. Once again, I am so excited for tonight, and I really don't think this pamphlet is going to make it through the night in one piece, but as long as I make it through the night in one piece, that's really all that matters to me. All right, so we have our first look at Monster Stomp, which is gonna be like the main stage show that's gonna be at tonight's Howl-O-Scream event located at SeaWorld. This is gonna be the entrance for it. Can't wait to actually experience it tonight. Back to the sign over here, this is actually gonna say the show times. And if you look, the very first show is actually gonna be at 7:30. Now, it's probably not gonna be the show that I'm gonna catch, because I'm gonna be more or less focusing on haunted houses at that point. Next show time is gonna be 9 o'clock, followed by 10:30. This is probably gonna be the one I end up hitting, but if for some weird reason I end up missing it, they also have a show at midnight. And like I said, if I miss this show, I have to absolutely make it to this show, because I cannot miss Monster Stomp. All right, so this is gonna be our first look at a daytime scare zone, and we're gonna be looking at Witchcraft Bayou. So it is the daytime. SeaWorld is still open. Howloscream has not started yet, so there's not really much scaring going on. Looking at the decorations though, like, it will get us a little hyped up about tonight. I can't wait to actually see what lurks in the shadows. And at least like during the daytime, you're able to like get a good image of the props that they do have set up throughout SeaWorld. But between like the daylight, no scare actors, and the upbeat, jolly music, it is hard to take all these props seriously. Now, we will be taking the props way more seriously tonight, because tonight is indeed gonna be Howl-O-Scream. All right, guys, so actually a heads up. If you feel like actually spending the day at SeaWorld, things are gonna start closing down at about 3 o'clock. They're gonna try to make sure everything is completely closed down by 4 though, in order to get everything ready for Howl-O-Scream. And it is at that time that you can either go to the Stay and Scream area, and once they make sure that like all the guests are out of the park and all the scare actors are here, they will let you go early before the park itself opens. Or at that time, you can exit the park and you can come back whenever Howl-O-Scream starts. Now, you already know my personal opinion. Wait it out. You're gonna wanna go to the actual Stay and Scream locations. And the closest one to where I'm gonna wanna be is actually going to be in the Shark Encounter area. So they actually have the Shark Encounter area blocked out itself for people that wanna stay and get an early access to Howloscream's event. And hopefully it's not gonna be like too long while we're waiting over there. But like I said, I would rather wait here and then be premiered early access than leaving the park and coming back whenever Howl-O-Scream actually starts. All right, so would you believe it or not that all rides right now are basically just walk-ons? Like, there is absolutely nobody at the park, and this is the perfect time to actually stay and scream for Howl-O-Scream. I went ahead and even got myself a cup so I can stay hydrated before tonight's events, such as Monster Stomp. Now, I will be kicking myself in the butt later on if they have like Halloween or Howl-O-Scream exclusive like cups and stuff, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just wasting money right now. But it's better to be safe than sorry. And you know what they say, 2 cups are better than 1. And the more Howl-O-Scream merchandise that we see tonight, the more I'm actually gonna buy. And right now we are coming up on what you are gonna be seeing as relax and recharge stations. Now, throughout the night, if you do start to get tired or if you do need to charge your phone, you can come out to the relax and recharge stations, take a seat, take a breather, and charge your phones. So as you come out tonight, make sure to actually bring your chargers with you. All right, so right now I'm actually staying at the Stay and Scream for SeaWorld's first ever Howl-O-Scream. And the one thing that I'm loving most about this Stay and Scream area is there's actually so many types of fish. Sharks, man rays, all types of exotic ocean life. Another thing that I'm absolutely loving about this Stay and Scream is the alcoholic beverages. Right now I'm actually sipping on a Dead Men Tell No Tales. It is very, very delightful, but you can definitely taste the alcoholic in it. Oh my God. Whew. But it's the perfect thing to sip on while waiting for Howl-O-Scream and enjoying all these amazing sharks swim past me. Like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. I would have never imagined just waiting for a Halloween event and just seeing so many sharks. Like, oh my God. But on that note, Howl-O-Scream is less than an hour away, and the next part of my video, you're actually gonna see me participating in Howl-O-Scream. Enjoy. All right, so they let us out of the Stay and Scream, and Howl-O-Scream is officially underway. So that means they have released the floodgates at the front of the park, and people are pouring into Howloscream as we speak. It's only 7 o'clock, and we have the rest of the night here. I can't wait to see what Howloscream has in store for us, and we're actually about to scope out the first scare zone. All right, so the first scare zone is actually gonna be hitting up the bayou real quick. As you can see, the scare actors are actually starting to come out as the guests start to pour in. You're gonna see props set out throughout the scare zone. It's not too scary during the day, so you might actually see me hitting up again later tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna like vlog about it, but I know I'll definitely be coming back as soon as it gets dark outside. Oh my God, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And the best part about coming during the daytime is you can actually see the detail put behind the costumes of all the characters. Oh my God, I am absolutely loving it. It's the very first night and they're already into the swing of things. They're following people around, they're getting involved with everything going on.
Did you get to see my friend Ivy?
I did, I actually did.
The soul will succumb to the bayou.
Oh my gosh. So as you can see, that was actually the first scare zone of the night. After this, we're either going to be hitting up another scare zone or actually the first haunted house of the night. I was trying to wait till it got dark outside to start hitting up the haunted houses, but since the night is starting, I might actually get a start on all the scary places. All right, so after a long time of contemplating what's the next step in SeaWorld's first ever Howl-O-Scream, we've came to the solid conclusion that we are indeed hitting up Captain's Revenge. Coming in through the queue, the very first thing that you are going to see is going to be this lovely skeleton face. I'm absolutely adoring it. And would you believe it or not, we're actually right outside of the entrance of the haunted house itself. I will be letting you know how it is as soon as I'm done experiencing it. All right. So after the first haunted house of the night, AKA the Captain's Revenge, I am not disappointed. That house was absolutely full of jump scares, buried treasure, and pirates galore. I honestly did enjoy every second of it. It felt like I was in the middle of a freaking pirate movie. Lucky enough to say I did make it out alive. I might have even stuck in some treasure with me, so score 1 for Tuck. As far as stuff like plexiglass and staying 6 feet away from you go, you don't even have to worry about that. They are all up in your face and they are doing their best to scare you. They are I was gonna say mere inches away, but let's get real. You can feel them breathing down your neck. They are doing everything they can to get as close as they can to touching you without actually touching you. And for that, I give them utmost respect. So in the end, the house itself, I'm gonna actually give it a solid 7 out of 10. I will be going back in it later whenever it gets dark. Probably won't be blogging about it. But it's probably going to be even scarier then. and I can't wait to experience even more haunted houses. It's SeaWorld's first ever Howl-O-Scream. All right, so the second house of the night is actually gonna go ahead and end up being Dead Vines. This is probably gonna be a sleeper house. I'm going to be very excited what is actually in store, and we're gonna see how long the line actually is. So it's gonna be right around this corner. Sadly, I don't have a fear pass, so I'm going through the main entrance. The line itself is actually way shorter than I imagined. Let's see how long this queue takes. I'm actually half tempted to sprint off running, because in the back of my head, it's like, am I gonna be videoing me walking down this queue for the next 5 minutes? Who knows how far away this haunted house awaits. Oh. Another thing that I'm thinking about at the moment is after the haunted houses, I'm gonna hit up the Howloscream signature food. And I can't wait to see what types of foods they have at SeaWorld. I'm not gonna compare it to any type of certain Halloween food and beverages I've been having at other Halloween events. But as far as Howloscream goes, I'm hoping I end up finding some type of food or beverage that ends up being a solid 10 out of 10. Now, we are actually starting to see some people over here in the yonder distance. I'm gonna let them go ahead and get around me, but then I am passing through this rope because I don't feel like walking all the way down there and then coming back. All right, so just gonna sneak in here. Perfect, perfect. And I actually think the haunted house is gonna be right around the corner. So technically it is a walk on, but it is 15 minutes of walking. I'm just kidding. It took me like 2 minutes to walk here, but it felt like 15. All right, so I don't really think there's going to be any big decorations at this house. We'll see if there ends up being any as soon as we go right around this next corner, because where you just saw me pass through is where the fast lane and the regular pass like merge together, so you know that the actual haunted house is mere seconds away. And once again, I will let you know how the haunted house was as soon as I experience it. All right, so we just exited out Dead Vines, and that house was pretty good. It was alright. It was alright. Not as many jump scares as I'd hoped, and definitely not as scary as I hoped. I guess what they were trying for was more or less like a haunted inside botanical garden. In that case, it was pretty good, but in overall things that they could have done, not the best decision. As far as characters go, they were really dressed up in costume. I like that part. I guess the main problem was just full of like a lot of flowers, a lot of like not really scary things. And in the end, I just have to give the house a solid 4 out of 10. Probably not going back in it tonight. Actually, you know what? Once it gets dark, I'm gonna hit up all the houses at least one more time, just to see if I get a different feel. That way I can do it once in the daytime, once in the nighttime. The exit of it though does spit you out in the middle of a scare zone. And it's gonna be the first scare zone that I already talked about. It's gonna be the Bayou. We are on our way though to another haunted house. Will we try some signature foods and beverages in the meantime yet? I don't know, but you need to stay tuned to find out. All right, so while trying to figure out where I want to go next, I have found myself a little lost. One might say I found myself a little lost in a sea of souls, because that is actually the next scare zone that y'all are about to experience with me. This is the scare zone that is located right over by the shark encounter. which is actually right by the Stay and Scream that I was staying at today. We're about to see a lot of scare actors, a lot of fog, and a lot of happy haunts. All right, I'm loving it so far. It's actually very, very interesting. Seeing a lot of guests actually start to pour in. Looks like it's gonna be a fun time. Actually starting to see a whole lot of scare actors. Not really able to see much in the fog though. So when you're walking through the fog, be prepared for something to jump out of literally nowhere. Oh my God, I'm loving it. This is crazy.
She'll get you.
Whenever he said she'll get you, I actually wonder who he was talking about.
Loudly. Very loud. Now my part was very easy tonight. I would say very.
Oh my God, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. This is crazy. So that was that scare zone. As you continue to walk, you're gonna walk through the fog, and then we are about to see where is next on our journey in this lovely evening of Howl-O-Scream. All right, so we've actually stumbled across one of the food stands. It's actually the one that's gonna be located next to Shark Encounter. And if you're wanting their version of mac and cheese, this is where you're gonna be able to find it. It's including rum for your life, Screech and Peach, and Freaky Fanta that is also served with gummy worms. And the best part about it is if you want one of their Howloscream lineups, it's gonna only be $4 more. And then it's gonna actually save you $1 on every refill that you purchase. I'm actually looking forward to trying the Howloscream's mac and cheese. And I'm gonna see what else is available at all these food stands. All right, so the next scare zone of the night is actually gonna be Deadly Ambush. One can only hope that there will be a deadly ambush while I'm in here. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of props start to be set up. I'm starting to see a lot of scare actors. Starting to see some rangers. I don't know how helpful they'll be, especially against these deadly ambushes that we might be experiencing in the scare zone. Love it, absolutely. Okay, so a whole lot of haunted campers and stuff.
Get out before he gets you too!
Definitely wondering who she was talking about. It's gonna be a fun time. Oh, I think that's actually who she was talking about. We are gonna get out before he gets us too. Fun times, people, fun times.
You gotta be one of them. You got to.
All right, so that is actually the end of that scare zone. Actually, I don't know, because I'm seeing a pretty haunted looking camper up ahead. So this scare zone might last a little longer than I expected. Let's see if we run into a couple more scare actors.
You had to get out. Why are you just standing there? Get out. Get out.
Definitely enjoying the great outdoors. So this scare zone is definitely way longer than I expected. I'm happy that I didn't end up turning off my camera halfway through.
Run! Go! Go! You're almost free!
This is as fast as I can run! It is!
Run and run faster!
Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely eating it up. Oh hey, the orca encounter. All right. Oh, so that way is actually a dead end right now. Dead end because we're Howloscream. So we're actually forced to go this way. So I'm gonna continue to follow the fog. Follow the fog and be prepared for a scare actor to jump out at literally any second. So as far as the crowds go on opening night, it is definitely not as like busy as I anticipated, but I guarantee as the hype starts to enlighten, a lot of people are going to actually be coming to SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream, especially as it gets closer to actual Halloween. So as soon as October gets here, you're probably going to see it start to get pretty packed. And if you do want to end up going here on a more like dead night such as tonight, I would absolutely suggest you coming in September. All right, so I actually just stumbled across the entrance of the Sirens songs. And tonight's showtimes are gonna be at 8:15, 9:15, 10:15, 11:15, and then 12:15. And where I believe this is actually being held is at where Orca Encounter is normally held. So whenever I experience this show later on tonight, I can't wait to see what it consists of. And the closest thing to the entrance of the Siren songs, believe it or not, is actually gonna be the haunted house known as Beneath the Ice. So in this haunted house, we are actually gonna be able to experience the things that do lie beneath the ice. Once again, I don't think there's gonna be too long of a wait here. We're actually about to see. And once I am done with the house, I will be letting y'all know my true experiences on it. All right, so we actually were able to survive that haunted house, and it was actually better than I expected. From the second you first walk in, it is so cold and it sends chills literally down your spine. And it is at the second you're trying to embrace the cold that scare actors literally start jumping out of nowhere. And I felt like I was in that haunted house for at least a solid 15 minutes. That is by far one of the longest haunted houses I have ever experienced. And all the scare actors were definitely in the zone. They were getting as close to you as possible, doing as good as a job as possible to scare you. And I actually truly loved every second of it. And it actually throws you out in the gift shop. So here in a second, I am going to be going over all this lovely Howl-O-Scream merchandise that you can cop here at SeaWorld. I am absolutely loving it. But before I jump to that section, I'm just gonna quickly sum up my experience on this haunted house. Definitely my favorite one so far. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. And I am definitely gonna be hitting up again before the end of the night. See you on the other side. Okay, so as I was talking about, it did spit me out in the main Howl-O-Scream merchandise store. I'm looking at all the merchandise they have, and I'm absolutely loving it. Here's the back of the main shirt. On the top it says Howloscream, and then it has their main attractions. And then at the very bottom it says SeaWorld Orlando. So this is the first year that this event is happening, and that's the very first shirt. I'm absolutely loving it. We're gonna see what other types of options of shirts they do have at the moment. Everything from Creep It Real to skulls to I'm too old for this sheet. Get it? Ghosting you. Oh wow, I feel that. And then below all the shirts, they even have more exclusive Howl-O-Scream merchandise. Here's a good thing to put your photos on. We came, we saw it, we screamed. Definitely gonna be getting some pictures of tonight. Here is some more shirts to even look at. Loving it, absolutely loving it. And then here is the signature Howl-O-Scream blanket. It's actually $40, but as long as you spend $25 or more, it's actually gonna only be 18 bucks. So that's the bargain you're probably gonna find here. Here we actually have some scary snacks. Everything from Howl-O-Scream cotton candy to Howl-O-Scream popcorn to even Howl-O-Scream candy on a stick. This whole shop is literally just full of Howl-O-Scream merchandise. And it's like, no matter what you pick, you can't go wrong. We're gonna see what I end up copping at the end of the night though. It might actually end up being that very first shirt that I showed y'all. So far, it's definitely my favorite shirt that I've seen here. Actually, if I do end up copping it, I'm probably gonna end up changing it before the next section of the scene. But before we do that, we're definitely gonna at least finish up the store. Definitely a lot of cute little funny but furry bones over here. Loving it, loving it. And then here's some more of the actual blankets themselves. And remember, as long as you spend $25 or more, they're actually only gonna be $18. Probably gonna end up copping one of those. Here's some exclusive SeaWorld pins. Absolutely loving those as well. Just looking and observing over all this Howl-O-Scream merchandise. Absolutely loving it. And like I said, no matter what you end up calling dibs on, you actually can't go wrong. Let's see what the other side of this hoodie ends up looking like. Okay, okay. I'm actually digging that, That seems pretty cool, not gonna lie. So it says Howl-O-Scream on the front, and then it's a really, really big skull on the back. We even have some sour liquid scream. So it is actually sour liquid candy, and one of the signature things that you can find here at SeaWorld's version of Howl-O-Scream. Once again, this is the very first year this is ever happening, and so far I am loving every single second of it. Once again, this is the signature shirt. I think that's the shirt that I'm gonna end up calling dibs on. We're about to see. And then the checkout itself. All right, so there you have it. That is the official Howl-O-Scream merchandise store, and I can't wait to see what is next. So I actually stumbled across Howl-O-Scream's Sharin's shots. Now, these shots are very alcoholic and very tasty. And then what type of shot is this one?
This is tequila and lime. So good.
Oh my God. And then what is the other type of Sharin shot that y'all have?
This is cherry vodka. Now there's another flavor, orange rum, but she sold out.
Because it's the best flavor?
Apparently, not to me, but apparently for
Apparently. And what did you say that this is the last flavor that you have of?
Tequila lime.
Tequila lime. Oh my God.
It has your name on it.
It has my name on it?
We saved it just for you.
Y'all are too much. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to give my camera to my lovely assistant over here. And apparently we are about to do something with this shot. I am nervous. I am very nervous.
Come over here, I'm right here.
Okay. So,
Over here.
Oh, over here.
Over here.
Over here.
You need
Over
more
here.
good
On this
light.
side. Okay, so what's going on? What do we do? Open wide.
Oh damn, that's harder than I thought.
Wow! Wow, we actually did it. I'm very, very impressed. Oh, and I get to keep the souvenir. I love it. I absolutely love it. Do y'all have any other information about the shots that I should know about?
They are cash only.
So they're cash only, absolutely.
You can only get them from us. You gotta find the shot sirens to buy them. They're not in bars.
So it's kind of like a hidden treasure. I have to find y'all in order to find them.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
You can find us all throughout Howloscream though.
What? I must have been lost in the fog then. Y'all are the first I've run into.
Good. We're glad that we get to be there.
All right. Well, once again, I thank y'all so much. All right. So I'm actually about to go into the very last house. and it's gonna be Water's Edge Inn. Now this house is full of potential, and then just like the other houses, there's obviously no line at all. I will be needing to catch up to my friends here in a second, but for now I want to talk to y'all. Let's see if I can get my map out and see what this house is about once again. So we are looking at Water's Edge Inn. So this is the one, the review didn't say anything about the crumbling hallways. So this is more or less like a more scarier version of a haunted hotel. So it's gonna be SeaWorld's version of a haunted hotel. Actually, if you do look up ahead, you can start to see the line forming. So this is gonna be the very first haunted house with an actual line. And I will be letting y'all know how I love it or hate it as soon as I'm done with this house. All right, so after just experiencing that house, it was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of scare zones at first. At first walking in, it was more like a fun house. There wasn't really anything too scary about it. The more you went through the house though, the scarier it got. There towards the end, you did experience a lot of frequent fear and jump scares. There was not too much like blood and gore though. I was expecting a little more scare actors. There at the end, whenever it throws you out of the haunted house, it will throw you out into a scare zone. Like I said, there's a lot of scare actors that throws you right out into a scare zone. I'm absolutely loving it. And this is actually the last scare zone that I haven't even been in yet. I'm definitely loving the vibe of it. It is actually pretty cool, and they have a lot of people like walking around on like stilts and stuff, and the scare actors like really getting into it, as you can see right behind me. But back to the house itself, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. It's tied for my second favorite house. And as you can see, I am being followed around by a scare actor. Yeah, so on to the next event. I will keep y'all updated. All right, so here we are actually entering the very last scare zone of the night. It is a little dark, so it's gonna be harder to see the scare actors. But once again, just be prepared for them to literally jump out of nowhere. So definitely not too much action going on in this scare zone compared to the other ones. I can't wait to come back and hit it up during the daytime and get a better look at what is actually going on around me. Right now, there is definitely a lot of fog and a lot of scare actors. They are definitely getting in the zone. As far as actual like jump scares and stuff go though, I'm not really seeing much of it. And if we're being honest, I think that was the last of the scare zone. I'm a little disappointed. It's definitely my least favorite scare zone. It's definitely my least favorite scare zone. And I will be keeping in touch with y'all with what we do next. All right, so we're actually about to see one of the bars of the night. It has some nice little decoration in the front of it. And the bar name that they're actually going with at the moment is called Tormented. Normally this is gonna be Glacier Bar, but tonight for a Howl-O-Scream, it is gonna be called Tormented. And if we get a closer look, we can actually find the menu here somewhere. I do believe I find it over here on the counter, so we're going to be taking a good look at it. So the Screaming Spirits are going to be for $12.99, and once again, if you do want a Howloscream light up, it's going to be an additional $4. Some of the screens you're looking at is going to be Tormented Terror, Paranormal Potion, Pumpkin Smash, and then Freaky Fanta. Once again, Freaky Fanta is not alcoholic. I am definitely liking the selection that you can find at Tormented. And then if you do look at the bartenders, they're even dressed up for the occasion. I am definitely loving their outfits. The one that caught my eye the most is probably gonna be the paranormal potion. It's gonna be Tito's vodka, Midori, lemon, and passion fruit puree, lemon and lime. I'm not really sure what the other bars option-wise is gonna compare to Tormented. After I hit up this bar, I'm going to let y'all know how similar or how different the other bars actually are. All right, so we are retracing our steps, hitting up my favorite spots throughout the day. I know the last time that I brought you guys to this scare zone, it was pure daylight. At least that way we could get a good look on the scare actors. Now that it is nighttime, we can't really see the scare actors too well, and it looks like there is a little bit less scare actors compared to how it was looking this morning. Now that it is night though, it is giving them a way better effect. They are definitely getting in the zone.
Don't go in there!
I am definitely going in there. I'm definitely going in there.
Should we?
Nope.
Oh shit, I can't.
Oh no, yeah, now I'm definitely blind as a bat. Oh dear. Oh my god.
She almost said, the treasure's mine!
But I want the treasure. If I run into someone, I am so sorry. I really can't
I
see.
can see, so.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's Colin.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I can do that.
Oh, oh, I didn't even notice that. Little scary, little scary. Back into the fog we go. Where we're going, nobody knows. Let's run into some people on accident. It's fun times, Chief. I'm totally gonna accidentally lose all my friends. Oh no, I'm getting away from the fog. I need to go back into the scare zone. But yeah, that covers it again. It was definitely way fun earlier. Let's see what else we can get into at SeaWorld. All right, so we're actually about to watch like the main show. It's called Monster Stomp. Right here's what the stage itself looks like. Right now, people are piling into the area. You can hear fake rain. Every now and then, you can even hear fake lightning. As far as the description goes, if I can get my camera to adjust again, it's gonna be prepare yourself for a darkly entertaining, pulse-pounding musical performance starring one and only Jack the Ripper. So I am definitely psyched to see what this show does have in store. Rumor has it, it's actually a pretty lengthy show. We got some pretty good seats, not too far up, but not too far back. That way we're gonna be able to watch the whole area from corner to corner of the stage, but we don't want to have like nosebleed seats.
Evil hand,
torture you. Take my hand, my flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to just a sucker for pain. I wanna chain you up. I wanna tie you up. I'm just a sucker for pain. I've been at it with my homies, it don't matter, you don't know me. I've been rolling with my team, we the illest on the scene. I've been riding around the city with my squad. I've been riding on the city with my squad. We just bullshit, getting crazy, living like this is so amazing. Hold up, take a step back, put in home, cause we know what. We've been loyal, we've been fair, we've been ones you trusted. One hesitate to go straight to your head. Watch smoke on fire. Like who gon' try us? Feeling the world go against us, so we put the world on our shoulders. I torture you. Take my heart through the flames. I'm a slave to your games. I wanna shake you up. I wanna tie you down. I'm just a sucker for pain. No pain, no gain. Never stand down, be our own way. Never going slow, we pick up the pace. Yo, this is what we wanted from a young age. No emotion, that's what business is. Lord have mercy on our witnesses. Take my heart through the flames. Ooh, I'm just a sucker for pain.
Even if you never ever see it, everybody gets
all the
All right, so we actually just got out of Monster Stomp, and the show itself was actually pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Its runtime was actually longer than half an hour. I'd give it about 35-40 minutes. It was nothing but a musical. So you were watching a Howl-O-Scream musical for about 40 minutes. Whole lot of dancing, whole lot of singing, whole lot of performing. They knew what they were doing. They loved doing it. If you're definitely into musicals, I would definitely advise it to you. If you love Halloween and you love musicals, it's going to be right up your alley. Me personally, I'm not really a big musical guy, but even in my opinion, I'm going to give it a solid like 6. I'm going to solid like 6 out of 10. So don't expect like any big like explosions, pyromaniacs, anything like too crazy. Like I said, it's just basically like one big musical. So enjoy like 40-45 minutes worth of singing about Halloween. All right, I'm happy I got to experience it, and I'm gonna catch you at the next event. All right, so we actually have made our way to the Poison Grotto. This is one of the famous bars for SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream. We're about to check out the drinks here, but before we do that, I am going to see what drink that I personally want myself. So if we take a look at the menu, we're going to be having the Poison Apple, the Paranormal Potion, and the Pumpkin Smash. So if you remember the previous bar, it had both these drinks, but the Poison Apple is an exclusive drink that you can only find at this bar. I'll keep y'all in contact about what happens next. All right, so one thing that just caught my attention at this bar is actually going to be the dancers that they have up top. They will have these dancers dancing above you the whole time, and I am completely blown. This is the first bar that I've experienced at SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream that actually has these live performers. So as you get the drinks from the bar, you can enjoy their entertainment, and they're actually going to be dancing all night long. All right, so I pulled the shortest straw, and I'm the bag watcher while they all head up the ride. But on the bright side, this is the perfect time to try some food, and the food I decided to try is going to finally be the Monster Mac and Cheese. Now, my personal opinion of it is it's very cheesy, very tasty, and it's like a whole pound of mac and cheese, and then they throw like a half a pound of the actual meat itself on top of it. Like I said, you're definitely gonna get your money's worth. It's way bigger than I thought it was gonna end up being, and it is definitely the perfect thing to eat while waiting for your friends. When originally buying it, I thought it was literally only gonna be about a fifth of the size that it actually was. And whenever they gave me that big old bowl of mac and cheese, like my eyes wide, I looked at it and I was like, is this really what I just got? And he was like, yeah. And like, he looked at me like I was stupid, but, and like the first bite that I took of it was like absolute heaven. Like, I was like, this is way better than I expected, and if it wasn't so freaking big, I would actually be going back for more. But it's like so big that it's enough to actually fill you up. Like, it's not a side, it's the whole freaking meal itself. I highly recommend it. You're definitely gonna get your money's worth out of it, and like I said, it tastes phenomenal. Like, you're absolutely gonna love it. In the end, I give it a solid 10 out of 10. Like, it might be the sleeper food of Howl-O-Scream. So yeah, if you go to SeaWorld this year to celebrate Halloween, definitely make sure that you get the Monster Mac and Cheese. All right, so we're about to actually go through Deadly Ambush again at night. Jesus Christ. I will be running into several scare actors. Hopefully, we're gonna see how scary they actually do end up being. Once again, all the haunted park rangers throughout the scare zone itself. Let's see if we can run into any scare actors. I think I can see them out there. I'm not even sure where they're at. That's definitely not. Oh, wait a minute. No, that is a scare actor. That is a scare actor. Oh my God. I know, right?
You'll be next. You'll be next.
Heard. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was Johnny. Here, it's Johnny. I don't know.
Oh, wait, she has a staff.
She has a staff shirt on.
Next up is the chainsaw area.
I know, right? I just feel like so at home here. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh no. Well, at least SeaWorld is beautiful at night. That's all I gotta say. Stop. I feel like I'm running into more vloggers than I am scare actors. I really haven't met any scare actors in the scare zones. Oh, 2 people acting like they're dead. Let me go around the corner here. Oh no, it's actually just 1 person acting like she's dead, but it's okay. Because she's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay.
Run!
She's not gonna be okay though. She is about to die. It is a-okay though. So once again, that is the end of the scare zone. Loved all the scare actors. There's really not as many.
I'd walk faster if I were you. I'm too lazy to do that now. That's all my energy.
I was really hoping that there was.
Faster than that. You just excited.
I know. I was hoping that there was going to be more scare actors, but at least the scare zone itself is better at night. And I can't wait to see where we're going next. So we're actually back on our way to Beneath the Ice because this is probably the sleeper of the year. And no, it's at least my personal favorite haunted house at SeaWorld. So we're definitely hitting it up at least twice. And I'm gonna let y'all know how it ends up being again after this run through. You know what? I might even hit it up a 3rd time tonight. After all, 3rd time's a charm. All right, so we just got out of the house again, and it was actually a little better than before. Just whenever you can't think it gets better, it absolutely does. Because the scare actors were more in your face, there was actually more of them, and I could feel the cold chill down my spine the whole time. Literally till the second that I walked out the door. Solid 10 out of 10, and definitely my favorite house at Howl-O-Scream. And since it threw me back into the gift shop this time, I absolutely have to purchase my favorite shirt. So in the next portion of my video, you're about to see me wearing, yes, this. I had to double check and make sure that's what I wanted. Because they also, in case you wanted to remember, they have the jacket version of it, which I think is cool. But I want to say that the shirt itself is definitely way cooler. All right, so I'm actually about to make my way to the next merchandise shop that's actually located more towards the entrance. And the shop itself is called Shop of Horrors. And like I said, this is at the entrance of Howloscream. Probably gonna have the same exact merchandise as the main shop, but I did want to come and check it out to make sure that they didn't have anything that I missed. So as soon as you're walking in, you're going to see the shirt that I absolutely adore with the back of it, all the signature houses this year. And then on the other side as well, they do have the hoodie that I definitely need to cop. Once again, all the houses on the back of it. There's the centerpiece of the shop. Over here we got more of the merchandise. And I believe what we're looking at here is Ouija board shirts. So this is the shirt pattern itself. And if you were to buy one of these, you get the shirt along with the actual, just the whole Ouija set. And it's actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. In all reality, all the merchandise here is pretty cool. as long as you beware the zombies. All right, some more Howloscream merchandise. Here's the back of the thing in the middle of the shop. And I guess I'll die now. So, looking. No merchandise over here. Gonna go around the corner. Oh, I think we got merchandise. So, a couple more of these cute little things. Nice, love it, absolutely. But then around this wall, it just throws us back into the middle of the room. Now, I did just notice that there is part over here that I didn't catch just a second ago. However, these are shirts and just more cups that we saw in the main store. All right, so right now what we're actually doing is waiting for the siren songs. We got a pretty good seat. It's gonna be right in front of the main stage. But if you do look around us, there's gonna be little stages throughout the whole circle, and they're gonna be performing on every single stage. So no matter which way you're looking, you're gonna see part of the event that's about to unfold behind us. But the only bad side of this is that we're going to miss part of the event at all times. This is actually the third time I've watched this tonight, but it's only gonna be the first time that I blog about it.
Because you know they deserve this. You hurt our mother. Now we will hurt you.
Siren show just finished, and it is top-notch performance. Like, they put their heart and soul into it, and I absolutely loved every second of it. I'm not gonna lie. Did not disappoint. They were very like flexible in the zone, in the heat of the moment, and they just truly went into it. Like, I'm very, very impressed, and I can't wait to watch it again. If you do come to SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream, I highly, highly recommend it. Just like I definitely recommend hitting up all the haunted houses. And I'm about to hit up the last bar of the night. So join me as I go into the Sirens last call. All right, so here it is. The last bar of the night, the last stop of the night, and the last call itself. Very big, very spacious, room for lots of activities. They actually have dancers in every corner of the bar, and it has a lot of entertainment going. If you look over there, there's even a spot for photo shoots. They actually do have a cell shots here as well. And then we are about to scope out one of the actual menus themselves. So if you look at the menus, we were going to be looking at the Siren's Kiss that is only located at this spot. And then once again, you have the other two drinks that you can pretty much find anywhere. So in order to find the Siren's Kiss though, you do have to come here. And it is literally a last call for alcohol as you enjoy the night at SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream. All right, so Howl-O-Scream is actually a wrap. It is the end of the night. SeaWorld is finally closing, and sadly, like every good book, this must too end. I'm gonna have to say that was way more fun than I expected. The alcoholic beverages were absolutely phenomenal. Like, I want to come back just for the alcoholic beverages alone. The actors themselves went above and beyond. Like, no matter where you were, what house you were, what scare zone you were at, what show you watched, every single square foot of SeaWorld tonight, the scare actors themselves were just going all in. And for that, I give my utmost respect. The scare actors alone make me want to come back and experience Howloscream more and more. I'm very, very happy that all the haunted houses, you didn't really have to worry about plexiglass, stay 6 feet away. Like, all the scare actors were like right up in your face and helping make the most of the moment. All the scare zones, Chef's Kiss, the fog itself though made it so hard to like see sometimes though, especially at night. But everything was scarier at night. We did everything at least once during the day, at least once at night. If you do it during the daytime, if you want to take like pictures, videos, vlog about it, stuff like that, it is absolutely best to hit it up during the daytime. But then at night, that's whenever the real scare factor hits. That's when everything becomes scarier, more intense, more enjoyable. Like, I loved everything at least 10 times more at night. So I was happy that I was able to stay here all day, get my utmost experience out of it. Happy I was able to come on the very first day of the very first ever SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream. I highly, highly recommend it. You definitely know that I'm going to be coming back. Like, that's not even a question. And in the end, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10, almost perfect. The only reason I'm not making it perfect is because A, it could have definitely had more houses. Taking 2 steps back, it only had 4 houses. Now, they did do perfectly with the houses they had. I do understand it's their first year. I'm happy that they didn't just slop some houses together, that they actually perfectly crafted them. And like I said, I highly recommend each and every house. As far as scare zones go, I think 4 is the perfect number. I don't think that they need to improve on scare zones. And the scare zones are laid out perfectly, perfect amount of fog, perfect scare actors. Like, they don't need to improve the scare zones. Do they need to change it up in the future? Yes. But as far as this year goes, just keep that shit the same. Shows. So I'm not really big on musicals. And for like the main show being like a 45-minute long musical, it's not my cup of tea. For what they did, it was perfect. If you love musicals, it's perfect. If you love musicals and you love Halloween, it's absolutely the perfect thing for you. Like, it's a dream come true. I probably won't watch it again. I'm just being completely honest. Like, I don't want them to change it, though. For what it is perfect. I will say that much. Like I said, though, it's just not my cup of tea. But then the Siren Show, though, that was fire. That was straight fire. I would love to watch that again and again and again. And then all the bars that they have here tonight, oh my God, Chef's Kiss too. I absolutely loved all those. Loved the signature drinks. Every single drink was absolutely freaking amazing. Like I said, I have to go back for the alcoholic beverages alone. Crowd-wise, it was pretty dead tonight. There towards the beginning, every single house was a walk-on. There towards the end, every single house was once again a walk-on. Towards the middle of the night, you did find yourself standing in lines. But sadly, no line was ever longer than, say, half an hour. So that was like the longest line, tops half an hour. You can easily squeeze everything into one night. However, it is enjoyable enough to hit it, like I was saying, again and again and again. I personally don't think that you could ever get tired of it in the 2-month span that it is going to exist. I am looking forward into coming back, and I am looking forward to seeing what they're going to do in the near future. Is it for next year, whenever it returns? You know, I'll be here first night again. Thank y'all for tuning in. This has indeed been fun, and I can't wait to catch y'all later.